From Barcelona bribing the refs to fans protesting against VAR, these are the times referees ruined football. And for Cristiano Ronaldo, a referee's mistake almost cost him a spot in the 2022 World Cup. When Portugal came up against Serbia in a 2022 World Cup qualifier, they badly needed a win to keep their hopes of qualification alive. With everything on the line, Ronaldo made one last move to recuse his country. Then, despite obviously crossing the line, the referee disallowed the goal as VAR and goal line technology weren't working that day. After the game, Ronaldo could not contain his anger. But this singular act was the beginning of another story. A stadium worker found that armband and donated it to charity. The charity put it up for auction and it sold for $75,000, which was used to pay for the treatment of a 6-month-old baby with spinal cord problems. But while Ronaldo's anger helped save a baby's life, Robert Heuser's greed caused one of the biggest scandals in German football. In a DFB Cup match between Bundesliga side Hamburg and 3rd Division club Paderborn, German referee Robert Heuser awarded 2 controversial penalties to Paderborn and sent off a Hamburg player who complained about his decisions. This caused pre-match favorites Hamburg to lose the match 4-2. The controversial nature of the penalties led to an investigation, and when the results came out, it sent shockwaves across Europe. It was discovered that Heuser had received a £42,000 bribe and a flat-screen TV to ensure Hamburg lost. A TV? Further investigation revealed that he was involved in match fixing on games in the 2nd Division, 3rd Division, and the DFB Cup.
Das Millionenspiel endet am 28. Januar mit der Festnahme des Trios.
He was found guilty and sentenced to 2 years and 5 months in prison. But while Heuser was enjoying his TV in jail, some blind guys were in charge of VAR in England. In Manchester United's opening game of the 2023-2024 season, they came under intense pressure from a Wolves team desperate to prove a point. But they somehow scored a goal with 14 minutes left on the clock.
Fernandes. Lovely ball in. Wan-Bissaka, surely!
But just as the game was about to end, Andre Onana did this. There's no question that's a penalty, but VAR checked and said, nah.
What?
This awful decision sparked a huge backlash. The Referees Association was forced to apologize to Wolves, while the 3 match officials were suspended. We all know the referees in England are shit, but when you see similar errors in the Champions League, that just annoys you differently.
No! God, please, no! No!
During the Champions League match between Man City and Shakhtar Donetsk, Raheem Sterling found himself face-to-face with the keeper and did this.
Даже ветра никакого не производил вокруг себя. Вот эта нога мимо, он просто а здесь Стерлинг пошел.
But instead of getting booked for diving, the referee pointed to the spot and awarded a penalty.
No! God, please, no! No!
Стерлинг пошел
Should Sterling have told the referee he wasn't fouled? Yes, but did he? Rather, he just joined the celebration as Jesus converted the penalty.
Oh, no, listen, he's not blaming Sterling. He's not trying to win a penalty. He just, what we would say, he made a hash of it, and it was quite embarrassing.
I'm sure you think this is bad, but wait till you see Nani's goal against Tottenham. In a Premier League match between Manchester United and Tottenham, the Red Devils are winning 1-0 with just 5 minutes left to play. Nani made a darting run into the penalty area and fell under a tackle, which the referee didn't buy. But as the goalkeeper was about to take the resulting free kick, this happened.
I think he did. I think he got caught here. I think Kabul pulls him there.
But even this madness was only good for number 16, because what a Brazilian ball boy does at number 8 will shock you. But before we get there, let's look at the incident that created one of the most viral memes on the internet. In December 2023, the match between Manchester City and Tottenham was an entertaining affair with plenty of goals at both ends. But with few minutes left to play, Man City had a chance to win it, or so they thought. The referee initially gave an advantage for the foul on Haaland, but decided to blow the whistle when Grealish was through on goal.
Cross comes in, and it's still kept alive, but now they've lost it, and Rodri plays it to Haaland. Oh, dreadful challenge, gets away with it because Haaland kept the ball, and on he goes to Grealish, and Grealish is down the middle, and the referee has blown his whistle. Oh my word, what a shocker!
Haaland couldn't believe what he just witnessed. He was so mad, he wanted to fight the whole Tottenham bench alone. He then went straight to his phone to tweet this. But I wonder where this energy was in the match against Arsenal. When Arsenal and Man City met in a Premier League match in North London, the Gunners were just trying to put on a show in front of their home fans.
Support from Rice goes himself!
But as Odegaard was about to receive a pass, Kovacic did this. At first, it looked like a normal foul, but when the replay was showed, it turned out to be a horrible tackle that easily could have broken Odegaard's ankle. But the referee and VAR claimed it was not a dangerous tackle, and only gave him a yellow card. A few minutes later, Kovacic, happy he escaped a red, did this. And the referees turned a blind eye again. How Kovacic escaped a red card in both situations is just unbelievable. It didn't matter though, as Arsenal eventually won the game 1-0.
Havertz, Martinelli!
But at number 13, a referee made an embarrassing mistake because he didn't understand simple math. During the World Cup match between Croatia and Australia, English referee Graham Poll issued a yellow card to Croatian defender Simunic for a hard tackle on one of the Australians. In the 90th minute, Simunic committed another silly tackle, and the referee gave him a second yellow card. Should have been a red card, right? But Simunic still stayed on the pitch and had the nerve to complain to the ref for blowing against his teammate. This earned him a third yellow card, and finally, a red. After the game, Poll was so embarrassed by what happened, he resigned immediately. But the team at number 12 got eliminated from the 2010 World Cup because of one unforgivable mistake. Games between Germany and England are always a spectacle of football, and the 2010 World Cup match between both countries was not an exception. The Germans rushed to an early 2-0 lead before Matthew Upson scored to make it 2-1. With momentum on their side, Frank Lampard took a shot, and this happened. That clearly crossed the line, but the referee didn't award the goal.
Surely crossed the line! I hope he's here, I hope he's square.
Lampard couldn't believe it, and neither could his teammates. There was no way to prove it was a goal. But that moment inspired the introduction of goal line technology and VAR, which would have been helpful for our number 11 pick. France came up against Ireland in a match deciding who would go to the 2010 World Cup. Everyone expected France to defeat Ireland easily, and that prediction seemed correct as France won the first leg 1-0. But as the second leg began, a quick goal by Robbie Keane turned the whole tie upside down. So with France desperately needing a goal, Thierry took matters into his own hands.
Trying to measure it. Richard Dunn lost out. Oh, Henry! Oh, it's in the net. It's a goal. He's not the back to Gallas and it's easy, but that's a handball, no question about it. Absolutely.
The Irish players immediately swarmed the referee, claiming a handball. From the referee, this was the French version of Maradona's Hand of God. Their pleas fell on deaf ears, though. That goal sent France to the 2010 World Cup. Even that robbery couldn't break our top 10. Wait till you see what happens at number 1. A club threatening to go to court because of a referee. But before we get there, let's look back at a time when Barcelona were bribing referees. The build-up to the UEFA Champions League semi-final between Chelsea and Barcelona was tense. Barcelona were operating at the peak of their powers, and Chelsea just weren't scared of them. Early into the game, Michael Essien gave Chelsea the lead, and it seemed like the Blues would take it.
Put it back, and Essien! It's a fantastic stop!
But little did they know, they were facing corruption. In the 25th minute, Drogba found himself through on goal. But after being fouled by Eric Abidal, there was no penalty awarded. Another shocking moment came when the referee refused to give a penalty for this Gerard Piqué handball. Then, with a few seconds left in the game, Iniesta broke their hearts with the all-important away goal.
But it's Messi! It's Iniesta! And the Chelsea fans cover their eyes in horror! 2 minutes from time!
The Chelsea players picked themselves up for one last attempt at scoring a goal, but to the dismay of Ballack, the referee refused to give a penalty for this handball.
Lampard takes the corner and Schick was up there and got ahead to it. Ballack has a rattle handball. The referee says confronts him ultimately in his direction, just as he does business.
After the final whistle, the Chelsea players couldn't hold in their anger.
To the final, and Chelsea is directing at the referee now.
It's going to be, players have to keep their heads as well. There's no doubt about that. A referee from Norway is the strongest official.
You can't disagree with what he said. But 8 years later, Barcelona were back to their former antics, this time against PSG. Paris Saint-Germain shocked the world when they beat Barcelona 4-0 in the first leg of their UEFA Champions League knockout game. Heading into the second leg, everyone had written Barca off. Well, except the refs. Barca quickly rushed to a 2-0 lead in the first half. But PSG still felt comfortable. The second half began controversially, as Barca were given a penalty for this challenge. A few minutes later, the referee denied PSG a penalty from this kick. PSG then scored an all-important away goal to kill the game. Or so they thought. In the game's dying minutes, Luis Suarez dived to earn Barcelona another undeserved penalty, which Neymar converted.
Neymar steps up. It's in the net! Neymar!
The final nail in the coffin was when Roberto scored a last-minute goal to complete the remontada, or reftada. See what I did there? Never mind. But at number 8, a referee in the Brazilian League awarded the most bizarre goal you'll ever see. With a minute left in the Brazilian League match, Santa Cruzense thought they had missed their chance to equalize when this shot deflected out for a goal kick. Just as the keeper was preparing to take the goal kick, the ball boy did this. To the shock of everyone in the stadium, the referee spoke with the linesman and awarded the goal.
What?
But what happens at number 7 is even worse.
Unbelievable. There's a goal, but it's not a goal, but it's a goal.
What?
In the 13th minute of the match between Reading and Watford, a corner kick by Reading caused a scramble inside the penalty box. Amid the commotion, the linesman somehow saw the ball cross the line and told the referee it was a goal. What the hell? Let's slow this down a bit. Can you see the ball anywhere near the line? But the referee followed his linesman's advice and gave the goal. With all of us confused, let's listen to a pundit explain what really happened.
Jeff, unbelievable. There's a goal, but it's not a goal, but it's a goal because the referee's given it as a goal because he consulted with the linesman and the linesman gave the goal. But listen to the crowd. I mean, they're laughing on the Reading.
Honestly, it's no surprise this referee was suspended afterwards, but I wasn't ready for what happened at number 6. During the African Cup of Nations 2022, The match between Mali and Tunisia was full of tackles and stoppages. With Mali leading 1-0, everyone expected a lengthy injury time. But in the 85th minute, the referee blew for full time.
85 دقيقة يا حبيبي يا حبيبي يا حبيبي.
After many protests, play was restarted, but in the 89th minute, he blew for full time again.
مش معقول بصراحة فضيحة.
At the post-match press conference, the coaches of Tunisia and Mali revealed something crazy.
Il siffle la fin du match, il nous demande d'aller au vestiaire. Tous les joueurs ils font le bain de glace pendant 35 minutes. Après, il vient et il nous demande de revenir sur terrain. Il siffle à la 89e minute.
Bon, nous, on nous a dit de nous mettre sur le terrain parce que le match était pas. Malheureusement, l'équipe adverse n'a pas voulu faire sa pression.
Ça fait presque 30 ans que je suis dans ce domaine et j'ai jamais vu une situation pareille.
Damn, this ref's even more messed up than I thought. And with that, we've arrived at our top 5. From here on out, it's going to be the craziest blunders referees have ever made. Starting with Barcelona getting robbed. Yeah, I know that sounds weird. Having conceded earlier in the game against Real Betis, Barcelona were pushing to at least salvage something from the game. But just as Andre Gomez's shot was about to enter the post, a brilliant tackle by a Betis defender stopped it from crossing the line.
1-0. Ricardo, lo estamos viendo repetido. No es que entra o no entra. En directo ya nos parecía evidente, es que es muy evidente.
Wait a minute. The replay showed that ball was way over the line, but the referee just wasn't interested. That decision proved costly as Barca lost the league to Real Madrid by 3 points. But after licking their wounds from the previous season, the referees messed them up again, this time involving Lionel Messi. This one happened during the match between Barca and Valencia. The Valencia keeper couldn't hold on to Messi's shot, and the ball rolled over the line, or that's what everyone thought. The Barca players ran to celebrate, and the commentators announced it was a goal.
That one crossed the line. Neto.
But the referee who was standing there said it wasn't. Afterward, the Barca players surrounded him to complain. He simply told them to f*** off. Do we feel bad for Barca, or are they simply paying for their sins against other clubs? I'll let you decide. But what happened at number 3 cost Leeds United the league title. During a Premier League title race in 1971, Leeds United went against West Ham knowing that only a win would keep them above their rival, Arsenal. But on match day, this single moment cost them everything. The linesman flagged offside, making everyone stop. But the referee then waved play on, allowing the West Ham player to have a free run at the goal. I'm no expert in the offside rule, but I can understand how mad this made the Leeds players and fans feel. The game ended in a draw, which ensured Leeds lost the league title to Arsenal by a single point. Everyone makes mistakes, but what the referees did at number 2 made the manager call for the match to be replayed. In a highly anticipated match, Liverpool traveled to North London to take on a free-flowing Tottenham side. The game was end-to-end until a silly tackle by Curtis Jones earned him a red card after VAR intervention. The Reds still scored a beautiful goal, only for it to be cancelled for offside.
Salah does want the flag. Diaz keeps going. What a finish!
The replay showed Luis Diaz was onside. Somehow, the VAR guys insisted it was offside. Even though both teams scored, Liverpool lost painfully after being reduced to 9 men.
Liverpool are going to be reduced to 9 men here.
After the game, the Liverpool coach was fuming. This is what he said.
They didn't do that on purpose. So, and we should not forget that. Yes, it was a mistake, an obvious mistake. Not as a manager of Liverpool, so much more as a football person. I think the outcome should be a replay.
You could feel the pain in his voice. He felt robbed. The Referees Association, PGMOL, issued an apology to Liverpool, saying it was a significant human error. But everyone wanted to see how the VAR arrived at that decision, so they released this.
2D line on the boot.
Yep, okay.
Perfect.
Yep.
Yeah.
Off.
Thank you, mate.
Wait. The on-field decision was offside. Are you happy with this?
Yeah.
Are you happy with this?
Offside goal. Yeah.
On-field decision was offside. Are you happy with this image? Yes, onside. The image we gave is onside.
Left back. He's gone offside.
Delay. Ollie's saying to delay. Ollie's saying to delay. Delay the game. Stop the game.
They've restarted the game.
To complete the decision is offside.
Cut nothing.
When you thought the PGMOL couldn't go lower than this, they struck again, almost getting a team relegated. Towards the end of the 2023-2024 Premier League season, 5 teams were all under the threat of relegation. So when 2 of these teams, Everton and Nottingham Forest, clashed, it was a match with huge significance. But instead of a hard-fought football game, it was filled with controversy. This was the first incident.
It's up for him on the edge of the box. Gay gets back and gets the challenge in, and then Gio...
Followed by this.
Gibbs White's come to him. Gibbs White with a volleyed cross. Back post for Hudson-Odoi. And was that handball by Ashley Young? It's going to be a corner.
And finally this.
First time ball in field from Gibbs White to Danilo. He's tried to play it in behind Ashley Young. And Hudson-Odoi is looking for it. Ashley Young slides in with the tackle. Hudson-Odoi's
all 3 potential penalties that Forest were denied. Eventually, Everton won the match 2-0, taking Nottingham Forest to the brink of relegation. Furious about what happened, Nottingham Forest released this shocking statement. The part that struck me the most was that Nottingham warned that the VAR was a Luton fan, a direct rival in their battle against relegation. But the Referees Association didn't change him out. Looking back at the incident with this information, it all begins to make sense why VAR didn't do anything about them. Thankfully, Nottingham Forest survived relegation and will compete again this season. Still, these referees may have ruined the game for footballers, but I bet you didn't know the time that the referee turned into a defender, or the time players attacked a referee for canceling a goal. Click on the next video to see the times referees blocked goals.